Hello, this is a video on how to find the mean and standard deviation by hand for the STA 296 midterm project. So what does it mean to find the mean? Well, finding the mean essentially means the mathematical average in a set of numbers. Some real-life examples include finding the average amount of money you spent in the month of May, or a school trying to find the average ACT score out of all the students. So to find the average of these, all you would really need to do is just add up all the numbers in the data set and divide the sum of them by the number of data that you have. So I'll show you all that in an example. So we're going to use the second example about the ACT scores. So we're going to try to find the average of ACT scored among 5 students. So let's say the first student scored a 21, the second student scored a 27, the third student scored an 18, the fourth student scored a 29, and then the last student scored a 32. So to find the average of all of these, we would need to add up all of these scores and then divide them by the amount of students or the amount of scores, which is 5. So we're going to do 21 plus 27 is 48. 48 plus 18, 66. 66 plus 29, which is 95. And then 95 plus 32, which is 127. And we take the sum of 127 and divide it by 5, which is the amount of students, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also the amount of data that we have. And I will put this in my calculator. So 127 divided by 5 is an average score of 25.4 amongst these 5 students. All right. So I have another example which is more personalized to me because I love baking. So we're going to try to figure out the average amount of cakes this bakery sells in a week. So we have Monday through Sunday and the amount of cakes that they sold each day. So we're going to basically do the same thing as that ACT score example. So we're going to add 3 plus 0 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 and plus 7. And you may see that there is a 0 in here. We still count that because I personally think it makes life easier once it comes to the second part of this. So we're going to add up all of these. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 7. We have 26 plus 12 plus 7. Then we have 26 plus 19, which is 45. All right, and then we take 45, which is the sum of all of these cakes, and then divide it by the number of data that we have. So although on Tuesday they sold 0 cakes, we still count that because it is a day of the week and it is the amount of data that we have. So we're going to take 45 and divide that by 7. Right, and I'll take that to my calculator again, which is 45 divided by 7. And we're going to round that. So on average, this bakery has sold 6.4 cakes this week. All right. And if you see, this bakery example and this ACT score example were both smaller sets of data that have numbers / data relatively close together. But when it comes to larger sets that have extreme outliers, the data can be more skewed towards the outliers. An example of this would be trying to find the average income and having one person make 50K and then another person making $1 million, which would make the average a lot higher. All right. So that's pretty much how to find the mean, and I'll have a second part on how to find the standard deviation. Thank you.